Hello, and welcome back to Divine Journey 2. That was a bit faster that time, huh? That's what I thought. So it's obviously not been that long. Things I've done between, I actually put on a list this time. I thought that might help me organize my thoughts better. First off, we upgraded power. We took out all the thermoelectric generators because they're just not great. Not at this stage of the game. We've kind of moved past the need for that. They could be fine, especially if we used a ton of them, but I don't really want to. We simply just added another 6 of these things, which can each go a max of 480. So now we have 12 of these, so we can go to about 48 plus another 8, it's like 56-ish hundred, 5660 RF I think is our max. Close enough. Somewhere in the 5.5k ballpark. It's plenty. For right now, of course. Wireless excavator control. Now we have these. So we've moved our excavators a couple times. And maybe just the once. Currently, they're just on coal, iron, and gold because we kind of need a lot of all of those things. Less so the coal in the coal, but more so the diamonds and emeralds we've been running pretty low on, and we'll probably need a lot for the coming Grains of Paisality. We got a Megatorch. We made the Megatorch. We made a couple of them, but we haven't really needed to. As you can see, we obviously changed this up a little bit as well. Made a Megatorch, and we put everything that we own that's inside the Megatorch claimed, so anything in here just about is mob impervious. There's a couple chunk-loaded areas out here that are important for something. I double-checked, and they were important. I just don't remember what off the top of my head. We made a block factory, which is effectively just these two things. To turn gray concrete powder into gray concrete, and to turn our stone into X-stone tiles. Nothing very fancy there, just the crafter and just the fluid transposer steps with some export buses to each. Yeah, just export buses, right? Yes. No storage buses on those. We upgraded the farms. I do it every time. You know we gotta. We've upgraded from the absorption hoppers and aqueous soil to proper salic soil and these plant gatherers and sower combos. This salic soil is crazy. We tried the Terran soil. It wasn't very good. The salic soil has proven amazing. Potatoes have not been an issue for us or for a rocket fuel setup. Even a little bit. Even with all the excavators running, the potatoes will flow. And our power doesn't really care about 3 excavators running, which is awesome because that's like half our power, or that's like half half of our max running capacity. There we go. There's the words I'm looking for. Next. Oh yeah, we made a park. I'll get to that in a second, actually. The rest some of the farm that we upgraded as well. I actually need to check this. Yep. We added a few more things, as you can see. We added slimy saplings. We added dark oak saplings to the top there. So now we have wood on the lock. We've got slime on lock. Should probably turn that into a compacting drawer. We added rice in favor of sugarcane, and I will get to this shortly. We also added infernal bulbs, Pereskia, and I believe that's it. I'm noticing an issue with the industrial hemp fiber. Doesn't seem to be working, so maybe I'll have to do something about that. Maybe we'll swap that out. Pereskia we added because I know we need it later. Primarily here in Magisalis in Blood Magic. So, I mean, it's probably not super necessary right now. And realistically speaking, it's probably an upgrade all of these because if we're voiding all the excess anyway, there's no reason not to. But, you know, we're adding it for the future. Let me actually throw this back in there. We made a park. I wanted to move Totemic and Roots, and as well as kind of just wanted a more pretty place to hang out. So Totemic's over here along this path. These paths I'm not super sold on, but they're working for now. Totemic's over here. Anything we need is in here. We have 2 wolf, 2 pig, and a blaze. I believe this is luck, fire resistance, and strength. Yeah, luck, fire resistance, and strength. It should be 2 luck, 2 fire resistance, and or 2 luck, 2 strength, and a fire resistance, but I'm not sure if you need 3 for the doubles. I forget. It doesn't matter that honestly speaking, that much. Roots moved over here. We kind of set up that automation-ish thing again. Nothing too crazy here to write home about. We have this cool bench that we can sit around and enjoy the nice rainy view. It looks very nice when it's not pouring down rain, but you know, even then it's not terrible, right? It's kind of nice at least. I like it. It is a nice step away from the industrial scape that is the rest of the base. We increase these viaducts and change them up a little bit. So now instead of having a ladder here to go to the upper floors that aren't in use, we just can go to the upper floors that aren't in use. As you can see, not a whole lot here. But yeah, I believe that's just about everything we did. Oh yeah, we also added this power monitor so we can monitor the I/O of our base. I don't know how accurate this machine buffer is. I think this includes the bottommost energy cube, but I don't believe it includes the topmost one, which is not my ideal, but whatever. Because our max output's around 5.5k, that's really only when we have to start worrying, because otherwise we're still netting pure positive. We're not even breaking the battery. Like, that's what's crazy, is the thing that ultimately kills our battery isn't our battery, it's the sugar and the potatoes. Which I would like to bring up the sugar. I could be wrong, but I don't think the plant interactor can collect sugar cane. So our other method of getting sugar is through rice. We can take rice and throw it in this here crusher to get 2 sugar per rice. The crusher, I don't imagine, is particularly RF intensive, 40 per tick, and you get 2 sugar out of it, so not the worst thing in the world. The issue is that we can't make it yet, which is a pretty important issue, right? We need GLOD and an ORI, which comes from the Atomic Reconstructor, which comes from these quantum disks, so we need to go into Quantum Flux properly. While I'm doing that, I've had some of these just things processing in the background because I would like to make 16 alloy smelters. As you can see, I have a lot of alloys pinned here, and I am tired of making them by hand. Very tired. The only one I even want to think about making by hand at this point is steel. And even then, not for much longer, ideally. So, actually, I want to throw... Okay, first off, let's actually clear all those. So I want to throw dark steel up here. We get that. Steel, I probably will throw steel up here, honestly. That steel recipe, specifically. Then we just need a way to get coke dust, right? Yeah, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15! And we're making 16 alloy smelters. Boy, this was expensive, let me tell you. We are out of machine frames of anything lower than enhanced tier. So this is all we've got. If we want to make more thermal machines or most of the Ender IO machines, we got to make another whole batch of machine frames. Not looking forward to that. But hopefully that will be made easier by a lot of these alloy smelters, right? Yeah, I don't believe we actually use any like bronze in this. Well, we do use bronze because the RF powder, but so probably we should have another thing for bronze, which makes alloy smelter number 16. All right. I didn't expect to use all of the alloy smelters, but here we are. That kind of sucks, I'll be honest. I was really hoping to get like a little bit more distance out of them, but it's probably for the best, right? So that's a thing I would like to do, but I'm also noticing our sugar supply is dwindling, and I don't want that to hit 0 before before I can make it go up. So ideally I want to get to this quantum disk right here, which doesn't seem to be very difficult, actually. So let me put these away. Let me clean up my thoughts and then I'll come back. All right, so running some numbers, it looks like this is about what we want from these quantum disks that this leads all into, which is going to be 8 empowerers, an atomic reconstructor, and a deep dark portal. So 10 disks. 10 disks is going to take a total of 10 of these cubic crystals and 20 of these advanced circuits. In total, this will cost us 30 hyper diamonds. 30 of these hyper diamonds is going to run us a total of 15 graphite ore, each of which requires 1 dark stone, which is the start of our little section of this chapter. Plus, we need another 40 for just other stuff. So we need about a stack of dark stone. So there we go, right? That felt pretty good, I gotta say. Oh, hold up, we got lore. Once upon a time, there was a village in the far west. They were in dire need of outside help because they have been invaded by forces that cannot easily be defeated because they outnumbered them. An expanding country tried to annex their lands and forcefully levy taxes on them, and they had no say in it. The village elders came together one night to discuss matters. How could we repel the invasion? No one knew the answer, until a wise young man budged in and whispered, "We have something they don't have. Let's use it." And indeed they did. They were masters of a technique no one far and wide has ever even thought of. The masters of ore creation. They used dark stone and refined graphite to give back Mother Nature what hath been taken away. They indeed had Mother Nature herself on their side. With this knowledge, they waited for troops from the invading country. They waited patiently until one day knights had arrived from the distance. The sun barely came up, but they were ready nonetheless. They asked Mother Nature because they knew she would listen, and Mother Nature provided. She created a massive earthquake that shook the knights off their horses. They got so scared they never returned. That day would later be called the origin of the Orgen and would be celebrated each year thereafter. Come, embrace the knowledge of the villagers, and create some graphite ore to please Mother Nature. Well, that was nice, wasn't it? That was a cool lore drop. A cool ore drop. So we need about 15 of this stuff, so we're going to need 15 of these graphites, 15 hope graphites. I believe we have that. No shortage of it. And the normal graphite, I believe it's just smelting coal, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, no biggie. Let's do that real quick and I'll come back. I forgot to unpause earlier. It's going to be really cool. We did it. We got all 16. We actually do need 16 because integrated dynamics is important. So we're going to have this stuff here skip the queue a little bit. I've been processing a whole lot of redstone. One of those excavator veins I'd left the excavator on was a redstone one in autumn. And we are seeing our dividends paid. We have had a lot of redstone coming in. And we also had a lot of nether quartz. 41,000 nether quartz and 48,000 redstone. Gotta say, I'm feeling really good about that. I'm feeling really good about those supplies now. I was not feeling nearly as good before. So now that we've got this, what are these called? Industrial grade graphites. We need to blow it up. Unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately, I know a workaround. I have been told, and I have seen before, oops, don't need all those, that a creeper trophy simulates an explosion well enough. So, hopefully we can just set this here, and toss this down, and whammo! 32 hyper diamonds. Clear a few of those tabs. So next we have opened up to us mineral saplings, which I will almost certainly be throwing on the tree level of the farming area. Because, well, I mean, it is required in like 10 minutes, so I don't know what they're talking about with this. I'm very excited to read this. I will probably read this for a while off camera, because Integrated Dynamics is a crazy mod that lets you do anything you want, just about. So, yeah. But before we jump straight into that, I would like to make up my batch of these, so I will come back when that is ready. Alright, good news and bad news. Good news, we can collect our furnaces, to collect our alloy smelters, to collect our real alloy smelters. That feels pretty nice, 16 of those. That's going to go a long way in a little bit. Other good news, we have the stuff to make our vibrant crystals, to make our qubit crystals. So there's 10 of those. That should be all we need for that. Running a quest. Thanks! What do we get for that? That's nice. We definitely need more of those vibrant alloy, let me tell you. Take that energetic alloy, and I'll take that dark steel. Let's claim some quest rewards. So the new issue is that we need a lot of these advanced circuits, and it's a lot of vibrant alloy, a lot more than I initially thought it was. In total, we're going to need 20 of these, so we're going to need 80 vibrant alloy, which actually isn't that bad, honestly speaking. You know, when I say it out loud, that really doesn't sound that bad. Looks like we've got plenty of these ender crystals as well, so we should be good on that front. So I'm just going to get all this stuff thrown in and cooking. I think our redstone is just about finished, actually. I think we've just about finished processing all of it. I think that is the last of it in the sag mills currently. Very happy to see all that cinnabar. 2,000 I just saw right as I was running away from that terminal. That's really, really nice. Yeah, 2,100 cinnabar, so whenever we get more nickel, we should be coasting on making platinum. Which, I mean, we haven't really needed to make platinum in a little while, given how much we made when we did, but, you know, it's good to be prepared, right? Let's put all that stuff away. We can unpin that. And let's look at mineral saplings real quick. While we're waiting on vibrant alloy. There's just any saplings is any sapling. Wonderful. There's a mineral sapling. Dynamics have been integrated. So let's grow a couple of these up real quick. That was a very weird sound for a sapling. I feel like that's probably the shortest tree it could have been. Oh, that one had blue in it. Yeah, I think, oh. We got some berries, chunks, stuff like that. We'll get some more of that, I suppose, and we will gladly be taking that, if I can. So, it looks like, yeah, they want me to make the proper squeezer drying basin. You don't have to, from what I saw. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, you can make these blocks, and then you can magma crucible them down for resin, or you can, yeah, the resin funnel here by sawmilling it. Or the mechanical squeezer, I suppose, but, I mean, that's just another squeezer, right? Okay, so probably, well, we're gonna read the book first. I'm gonna read the book first, and then, hopefully we'll be back with a bit more to talk about, in addition to, hopefully, all that vibrant alloy being done. Quick cut back in. We're just lying. There's redstone right above me, but it's not much to go. Alright, so we've got our stuff for these 20 circuits. Should be quest. Very nice. And that should let us make our discs. At least, should be able to, right? We might actually need some more crystalline brown slime. Nice. All right. Good stuff. That's all 10 of them. Let's take those circuits. Let's take that Enderium. Nice. Do like some Enderium. And so now we should be able to properly move on to this. And the question is, if I'm looking to get an Atomic Reconstructor, I'm missing a dark bimetal gear, which is no issue, an iron casing, which we... Alright, machine casing, iron casing, materializer. We need the materializer, that's right. Well, the only thing we're really missing is the variable store, which is an ME draw. Oh, man! Alright, we'll be back in a second. Splendid news. We can just make these. We can almost just make these. Now we can just make these. Alright, so these are pretty simple. I think they even pipe straight into each other, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, with that little thing right there. So we should be able to... Actually, let's see what the recipes are for this. I get some resin out of crushing planks. I suppose resin is what we're here for, right? The mineral resin. So, logs or planks. And then I believe we're just... Mechanical squeezer and okay, well, that's... Alright, that's fair, actually. We need crystallized mineral, which is in the drying basin. So yeah, let's get stomping. So we collect some of this mineral wood and a lever, if I'm not mistaken. Supposedly there's like automation you can do with like an armor stand, but given we're going straight to the oh! Okay, much to think about there. Supposedly we're going straight to mechanical one, so we shouldn't need to automate it. I was about to say, oh, you know, I guess it's kind of bad that I should wear all this dark seal armor to take it off. I guess not. Apparently it's great. It's actually really great. It's crushed the whole thing instantly. I suppose that makes sense. Well, I'm gonna start crushing some mineral, I suppose, and I'll catch you back shortly. You know, I think I figured out that just fluid transposing the logs and doing this was a little bit faster. Because we are already done. At least we should be. This last couple just in case. So we should be able to make our last two batteries for our mechanical pieces. Our mechanical bits. Oh, I guess we need to grab the originals as well. Squeezer. And basin. Okay, this was fun for a while. Alright, then we need a variable store, which we should have just about everything for. Bars. Let's take the quest. Thank you. And then we can make our materializer. There we go. Right now, we can make our iron casing, which we hadn't gotten actually before, for real. So let's go through this whole rabbit hole one more time. Iron casing. Grab it, hold it. Case in point. Yachimfet would be proud. Who? Let's see, so... Yes, it just tells you how the Atomic Reconstructor works. Right there. Bam. Sick. Big moving up in the world. We got a lot to look at now. Well, not a lot. Oh. Well, I guess they do kind of have you make everything. So where do I want to put this, actually? Alright, so I think we're going to set it right about here. Not pointing that way. Ooh. Forgot it does that. I can't rotate it with this. Can I put it down like this? There we are. Let's put one of those back there. Put that there. Pressure plate there. Swap it to pulse mode. And then what should happen is I probably should have brought some stuff for this. Ah, no! Stop doing that. Ah! Gosh darn it. This thing is a more of a hindrance than a help sometimes. So let's grab, oh gosh. Sort of like a stack of everything, right? Iron, coal, gold, emerald, diamond. Oh, running real low on diamonds. Lapis, redstone. I think that's everything, right? 4, 5, 6. Coal. No. Coal 7. Okay. So let's taste the atomic rainbow here. Nice. See if I can get a little bit closer. good stuff. What am I missing? Quad? Did I just miss this? Yes. Pew! Alright, so now we can make coils, which lets us make coils, which lets us make a crusher, right? Yes? Ooh, these laser relays could be cool too. I'll think about those laser relays actually. I kind of want to see the throughput on those. Because if the throughput's pretty good, we might swap to those, but I'm not certain. Crusher, yeah. So let's, actually, does it let me make crushers? It doesn't mention it. That's okay. Let's make our coils. So, coil. We want some iron coils. How much crystal and brown do we have? Enough, okay. So let's throw all that in there. Let's make, say, 8 to start. I want to start with 4. And 4 of these. Let's see, batteries. Yeah, we're going to want a lot of double batteries. Oh, ugh. Ugh, that's a lot of emeralds. That's a good thing we got there, right? But whatever, we'll worry about that in a moment. We want to make a crusher. Bam. And can we make a double crusher? Oh, no. Let's see. Where's a not terrible space to throw sugar? Let me think about this and I'll come back. Oh, I'm not certain if this is the best spot, but it's the spot we're picking. So we're going to set this here. We're going to output rice through this here export bus to this crusher. Well, I guess, let me step back. This is where the spot is, right? Let's hook up the cables here to apply to energistics. I think this is probably the best way to do that. Should be online. There we go, device online. And that means this one should go online. And then shortly start exporting rice. Please. 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 Oh no. Oh, don't tell me I have to do some nonsense. Let's see if it outputs into a chest. So if I put a chest here... Uh-oh. Wow, it's really not going to work, was it? So, hold on. Crusher. Export bus. That. Rice. No, that's rice dough. Maybe that's my issue? Yes. Okay, perfect. Alright, now we have that going. Then we can grab a couple item conduits and wrap that around. Extract on brown channel because we don't really want anything on green just in case. Sugar, put it in, cover it up. Now we should have passive sugar. Wonderful! Alright, so we're going to take the sugar we have here, and we're going to toss it in there. We'll use the rest over time, of course. But, actually, do we have any extra upgrades? Yeah, we'll have it store 4 stacks of sugar. How about that? So we'll have a, or so that drawer rather, has a downgrade on it, which will now have an upgrade on it to have a stack limit of 4. So now we should have 256 sugar basically at all times. For the low cost of power, which this now solves, which means click, click, click. I'm very happy to do that. That was kind of the last big stressor I had, I'll be honest. Because now power just kind of isn't an issue for us. We have a very strong supply of it, and we have a very robust setup for getting more of it. The only thing we really maybe could be having an issue with is gunpowder. But if gunpowder is more than 2,000 right now, which it is. That's a lot. Yeah, we're fine. I upgraded the mob drops drawers. I probably forgot to say that, which is why we've got 10,000 of all that. Well, it'll go higher. But I upgraded those, so that should be pretty good. Basically because I ran out of ender pearls one time, and I was like, well, we'll just upgrade them all, why not? Yeah, this is looking good. I think what we want to do next is we want to do this whole thing. By the way, I still haven't read the integrated dynamics book. Let me recollect my thoughts. I'll do that, and then I'll look at the alloy smelting, and then I'll come back. All right, so we're back for a brief moment. Just going over this real quick. I couldn't really think of a better spot to split it, or put this little squeezer drying basin setup. So I took it here to mechanism. I kind of like this blue mist. Looks pretty nice. So what we should be able to do is just kind of toss this mineral wood in here, and then it should auto extract to here if I did it right, but it seems like I may not have. Maybe this is a sighted machine. That'd be very unfortunate if that's true. Well, I'll figure that out, I'm sure. The idea is that, we just put stuff in here, it squeezes it here, items come out of here, liquids go in here, so actually let's just toss in like a half stack here. Yeah, so it should automatically push this, or push the resin out. There we go. And I would hope it would take out the crystallized chunks. Yes, it at least extracts right, which is good. That's probably the main thing. It goes into this drying basin all nice. Putting in the output section? No, that can't be right, because it should never want to output, I would think. I'm confused. This should... Why are there two tanks? I'm like actually very perplexed by that. Why would there be two tanks? I guess you do put items in there, so that makes that sense. Is this putting into the output tank? Does it need to come in through the back? I'll figure that out. I guess it's a bus, right? So the reason we're doing all this is to make these logic cables, among many other things from this, right? Which I think we actually get a bunch of mineral chunks, so I don't know why I'm doing this. That's right, I needed the blocks. Can I actually just craft the blocks? I can! Well, that changes everything now, doesn't it? Let's make our variable store, materializer, NVT extractor. Now, this is a very odd jump cut, because I know I said I was just going to read it all. I want to claim these variable cards, because that will give me the variable card quest. I didn't actually craft any, they just gave them to me. Let's actually claim a few more quest rewards. Wood. Let's take that. Exporter, maybe? And sure, that proxy, whatever that does. So we're going to make some logic cables. A few of these various readers, I think. Ooh, certainly a few of those readers. That's a very nice quest reward. And one of these logic programmers. And I'm just going to see if I'm just going to toy around with it for a little bit and figure it out. Ooh. Oh, right. Same question. Yeah. I'll come back shortly. Well, bad news about testing out integrated dynamics. We need interfaces for the importers. Well, for the interfaces, rather. We need interfaces for these importers, which was how I was actually going to test these things out. So I think I'm just gonna put these on a shelf for a little bit. Metaphorically speaking, excuse me. We are going to add this book. I think I get it a little bit more, but I definitely want the practice with it. Beyond that, again, we're just about actually done with this chapter. Let's take a look at everything we've actually gotten from this. We've got these gold casings, which we will need a number of actually for the display stands in the coming soon. Those Empower recipes are going to be very prevalent. The quarry? Yeah, we can get a builder with a shape card. True. Oh man, true. Not being low on any material. True. Ugh. Let's see, the builder and shape card. You can turn it into a quarry. Builder recipe takes 2 block breakers and 2 block placers. Oh, yes, okay. Repeated chest and power. Route the items. Pulverizers and redstone. This guy thinks we're using thermal expansion. And then we have the various quarry cards, it looks like. I'm thinking if that's gonna be even better than our excavators, because our excavators are really good. They're just kind of specific, which is fine, right? Like, I feel like I don't really want to bother upgrading anything until we get to... Oh, geez, that's a rainbow stone? Probably here is what I'm thinking. Is the first time I feel like we should really, worry about it, right? At least that's my opinion. I think we will use our quantum discs, though. Because we had one other thing we wanted to... Oh, no, we cannot. Certainly cannot, right? Like, that's so much more cobblestone than we have. That was how much again? 200,000. Yikes. What's the max that drawer can hold? 16 stacks of 81. Let's run some numbers real quick. That can hold 82,000 of the 200,000 we need. So we need to put this to at least a 4 times upgrade. Let's throw one of these iron upgrades in there. And then in a while, we'll come back and that'll probably be a little better off. Maybe we'll make a proper stonework factory for that, or maybe we'll just like really crank this thing up, give it like a... Actually, there's no reason why we can't double the speed on it right now. Let's give it the good old upgrade kits. Yeah, there we go. Should make it a little bit better. Yeah, augments we can put in there. Yeah, it looks like the only thing we'd be able to really do is reception coils, but I don't feel like reception coils on a cobblestone generator is the most great use of our time. Does it tell me how much power this uses to make a cobblestone? 400 RF. So twice a second? So that's still 100,000 seconds? How long is 100,000 seconds? We're going back to the calculator for this one. Oh, don't like that. 27 hours. Oh, that's not gonna cut it. That's certainly not gonna cut it. I mean, like, we could get like 4 of these and cut it down to 6 hours, but even then, that's still not great. Bit to think about with that one. We definitely gotta do better than that, though. Well, that's kind of a bust. I think what I would like to finish is I would like to... Oh gosh, there's no way I can get Elevadium, right? Like, there's no way. Powered crystal bundles. Which take crystal bundles. Which takes empowered diamantine, emeraldic, and glod. Wild wheat. Oh man, that's gonna be rough. I don't think we need to like automate those yet, but we should definitely get batches of those. So spirit herbs we have, congealed slime. Oh, thank goodness. Cactus is gonna be an issue. Oh, platinum gears. Ouch. Oof, that hurts. Wild wheat. Thankfully, I suppose a good thing is that because this just hasn't really been growing at all, we can kind of knock this out. Oh yeah. Seeds on the bottom, wheat on the top. I guess we'll just kind of put industrial hemp on the shelf. Cactus is going to be a bit of an issue, I'm going to be honest. I'm not really certain what to do for cactus, because I'm not sure if these can really do cactus at all. Maybe? I'll look into that. What are like the main holdups? Cactus is really our only big problem. But of course, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. We're looking at Empower recipes, and we don't have an Empower. So, let's try and make as many of those as we can, huh? Let me run some numbers. Alright, these numbers are not looking good, I'm gonna be honest. 56 display stands for 8 Empowers is pretty tough. It's pretty gnarly. Which at least does include the display stands we'll need around it, of course, but you know, that's not very good still. The quartz shouldn't be an issue really shouldn't be an issue at this point. The gold casings from Quantum Flux, however, are going to be a little bit of a problem. We need 100 of these. We do get about 4 per craft, so that's 28 crafts. That is 28 machine cases. That's something I'm not sure if we can do. Yeah, no, we can do that, but just barely. We're really just kind of skating by. We're going to need more darkstone, but that's fine. Gold's going to be taking a big hit, so I'm really glad we got that gold excavator going. Gold is going to hurt a lot very suddenly. So I guess my first thing is I'm going to start on these gold casings, right? That seems like the big start here. Big problem we've run into. Big problem. We need a lot of darkstone. We need, I want to say like 100 darkstone, which is about 200 dark steel, which we are out of. We got a little bit of darkstone done, but we need a lot more. Like a lot more. We are cooking it up right now, but it's kind of bleak. I mean, it's not that bleak. The future is in sight. But our steel supplies have dipped below 1,000, so we're making a boatload more steel, which we're going to turn a bunch of it into dark steel, which we're going to immediately burn, which does kind of suck. But we do need this. We need this. This is like non-negotiable. The rest of the stuff I haven't really looked at, which probably isn't the best idea. The various coils should be fine. Like, that is fine. We just need another, what is that? 8 of this. And then crystalline brown slime is going to be, you know, a little bit of a hassle. It was nothing we haven't done before, so I'll check back in a moment. Okay, with that, I want to get to 112, so that should be 48. Yeah, perfect. 112 gold casings. I think I put I meant to have some Anorian Clawed on me. Whoops. That's that part done. I forgot the quest. Sorry, guys. Really awkward cut, I bet. What do we get? I'm taking the pink slime. That's 2 mithril. 2 mithril is better than... How much was that? Actually, here. 3 blocks of gold? Yeah, I would take 2 mithril over 3 blocks of gold. Alright, well, I'll be back when I got the rest of that. Alright, and this should be the all of our aesthetic quartz. There's the aesthetic quartz. There's the green quartz. There's more of it. There's a quest. There's more of it. Great. Alright. For real this time. Let's make our batteries. Let's make a lot of them. I really wish there was a... Oh. No, okay. I thought there was a repeat last recipe button. A lot of clicking. A lot of clicking for this one. Probably I mean, maybe it could have been easier in the terminal. The terminal has issues with like NBT data, so, you know, it's always hard to determine with this kind of thing. Right. I'm not coping. You're coping. But, I mean, anyway, we're already done with all 16, so who really cares, you know? So there's all those. Oh, one coil for my... Aha! I knew it. So let's make the 4 of these. Get that completed. And then are the Empower. Oh, no! Oh, no! Okay. You know, it probably would have done me some good to, like, remember the recipe, right? Casings. So here's the issue, is that what we're running into, right? Is that we are like a broke on crystalline brown slime. Because we're broke on mithril, and I think we could probably make mithril actually, right? Like, is it not in this line? Do I not have mithril in this line? Oh, I guess because it's... Why don't I have mithril in this line? That's dumb. It's Demon Lords. So we probably just need to make another big batch, because this, for the most part, is a lot easier than it used to be to make a big batch of mithril now. But we need to, you know, go back to making a lot of it. Yeah. Well, at least of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. Ooh. 32 of these? Oh, dark steel. We'll do what we can. We'll do what we can. We'll do what we can. This. Just to start with. Iron casing. Bam. Then what is it? 2 blocks of Restonia each. So I need 16 blocks of Restonia. Does it take it by the block, perhaps? Please? It does! Wonderful. Huh? Do they need to be they need to be full batteries? Oh, come on, man. At least we got this this really fast charger. There's one. All right, Empower quest. Quest complete. All right. So this lets us figure out a lot. We know about all the empowered stuff now. The crystal bundles are also empowered, so I don't know why this isn't like after the other quest, but whatever. We have a lot to think about. I'm not sure. I'm assuming that the episode's running long at this point, so I don't want to continue for much further. We've made a lot of progress, though, I feel. I'll finish the rest of the empowerers, and then we'll worry about it from there, I think, because that's also kind of asking a lot, because these things are expensive. Boy, are they. We're hitting proper roadblocks again, which, I mean, I don't know if I feel good about it, but, you know, it's a new feel. Well, not a new feeling, but a feeling we haven't felt in a while, I think. We haven't really run into big issues for a while, which, I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing, like I said, but, you know, here we are. So I figure I'll just yap to you a little bit while we're crafting this stuff up, and probably, actually, let's just, like, call the episode here while I'm charging this battery in my hand. If it's really short, you know, there'll probably be an extension, but I don't feel like it is. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. I felt like we did pretty good today. And I think Schiff over here agrees. Look at this beautiful fish. What a wonderful fish. Anyhow, if you enjoyed the video, perhaps you... Oh, I'm doing this joke again, you know it. Perhaps you liked the video, and maybe you would subscribe to a algorithm that would show you more in the future. Perhaps? You may get to see this base grow. I mean, you probably will, right? Like, that's the whole, you know, gimmick. Anyway, thanks for watching, you know, the whole deal. Have a good one. Bye-bye.